Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to combine the data from the two tables we have inside our query editor. Because the tables that we have are a result of the queries we applied to the data, they are referred to as queries. So if we look here on the left, under queries, it says 2. Because these are the two tables which are known as queries. What I want to do, I want to rename the first one, which is this ranking. I'll right click on it and click on the rename. I'm going to rename this to say retirement stats. There are two primary ways of combining queries: merging and appending. When you have one or more columns that you want to add to another query, you merge the queries. When you have additional rows of data that you want to add to an existing query, you append the query. In our own case, we want to merge the queries. So to get started, select the query to merge the other query into. Once you have that selected, so I'm going to select the first query, which is this one, and then you click this merge queries option here, select the merge queries. Okay, so now under the merge here, we can see the first table here. So we have to select the second table. So under the drop down here, we select that, and that gives us the two queries. So that's the first query. We're merging this query with this query. The next thing you need to do inside this merge box, make sure you have this state option selected. So make sure all that is selected. And also make sure the under states codes here, you select where it says state name. So once you've got those two highlighted, the OK button will be activated. Once you've done that, just click on the OK button to do the merge. And it says information is required about the data privacy. Just click continue. So you are then presented with this privacy levels here, so you can choose to ignore it by checking on that, or you can just click on the drop down. So these are links to the various data sources, so you can click on the drop down, select if it's public, organization, private. I'm just going to say public for now. I'll click on that and make that public, and I click save, and you can see it's trying to merge the data. We'll give it a few minutes to do that. If we look at the data here, we can see a new column was created called the state code. So these are all, this here is a new column created at the very end of the query. So if you don't see it, you need to slide to the very end and you will see it there. So the table query, this was what was merged with the existing query. All the columns from the merge query are condensed into this new column here called state codes. But you can expand the table and include whichever columns you want. So to expand the merge table, click on this arrow here. So here, the only column I want is this column that says state code. So I'm going to uncheck that and just leave the column that says state code. That's the only column I want from this merged table. So also you can also clear this last one that says use original column name as prefix. So you can uncheck that, just remove the tick from that. what will happen if you don't remove this checkbox that says use original column name as prefix. If you leave that on, the merged column will be named new column dot state code, the original column name or new column, then a dot. And that name can be a bit confusing to the column and can affect the query. When you're done, just click OK. So now we have a single query, which is a table that combines two data sources, each of which has been shaped to meet our requirement. This query can serve as a basis for lots of additional interesting data collections. For example, you can add housing cost statistics, demographic, job opportunities in any state, and so on. To apply the changes inside the Power Query editor and to load them into the Power BI desktop, what you need to do, you select this option here that says close and apply on the home tab of the ribbon. Click on that, and just click on this option here, close and apply, and that will bring that data inside the Power BI desktop. The data in your model is now ready to work with, so we can now use this data to build visuals for our reports. So if we look here inside the fields area, we've got the two tables, which are the data models, retirement stats, and the state code. So we now have the data we want inside the Power BI desktop. The final thing we want to do in this video is save the work we have done. So under the file option here, click file and do save as, and just save it wherever you want to save. I'm going to save mine onto my desktop, and I'm going to just call it state data. You can call it whatever name you like, it doesn't really matter, and click save. Okay, and you can see here inside the Power BI desktop, you can see the name of the file we have saved. So that way we've got our data models saved, and we can interact with them to create visuals for our reports. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.